Dear me. Once, after months of frustration, after months of listening to the tenant over my ceiling stomp on my subsidized efficiency atmosphere, with stiletto heels digging and dancing to untender music that one could march to a death march, I have decided to go upstairs, knock, and complain. But first, I'm going to finish this chicken and cheese hot pocket and write a letter to my friend Betty. Her real name is Alicia, but I call her Betty. She calls me Beverly. The microwave is the friend and foe of the Hot Pocket. Nothing can ever get so fiery hot as that cheesy stuff. Once, I burned my lip on one. I wrote a letter to the Hot Pocket company to complain. And they sent me 101 coupons for free Hot Pockets. I tried to give my dad a coupon, but he said, "How can you eat those things?" I've never said that phrase to him, especially when he eats gross sardines out of a can. I don't think God ever intended a bunch of minnow-sized fish being tuned in oil in a can you could put in your pocket. I wonder if anyone has ever tried to bring a can of sardines through airport security. I know they do not have a hot pocket sardine yet. Maybe someday. She's writing a letter to her friend Betty. Dear Betty, I'm sending you some extra blank paper. I have a hard time reading the bottom of your letters because you have this tendency to make your letters and words very tiny, and they all seem to have to commingle and congregate into the right-hand corner of the letter. Sometimes I wish I had a big magnifying glass that police detectives use so I can make out the right-hand corner of your letter. I have to wonder if people who wrote letters during the Depression had this issue too. I am also including a check for $1.08 so you can go to the dollar store and buy 80 sheets of loose leaf paper. Or if you feel that wasting paper is sinful, just do whatever you want. I did make out in your last letter that you had broken a toe. You didn't say which toe. I was curious because I broke my middle left toe in 2004 when I fell down 4 stairs. So it is nice to have something in common, Betty, even if it's an excruciating thing. My dad is tired of being my representative payee for my Social Security. He turns his phone off now. He said, I was calling him in the middle of the night wanting silly stuff. Well, if silly stuff is Chuck Norris endorsed stuff, I hardly think he would do that. His TV show is canceled and everyone needs to make a buck. I did make it to church. It was a bit too religious for me, if you know what I mean. I'm sorry about your daughter's arrest. I don't think they put people in jail anymore for bad checks since I got a debit card. Hugs and love, Beverly. P.S. Can you send me any ideas of stuff that would taste good with Hot Pockets? This is back to the narration. I used to have a boyfriend. He lived with me and he didn't do much of anything. He liked the Food Channel and he wanted me to get a nudie channel, but I told him I could expose my tit to him for much less than $12.95 a month. He really liked his Pringles. He wouldn't share the Pringles, so he really didn't bring a single Pringle into our relationship. I like to think of him as my subsidized boyfriend. His name is Matt. Matt went upstairs to tell the tenant to be quiet. Matt's ears were bleeding when he came downstairs. He packed his dirty clothes into a Glad trash bag and left. I never saw him again. Drips of his ear blood still marked the tile hallway outside. The blood came out of my carpet with a mixture of vinegar and Dawn and salt. I'm going to do something about the guy upstairs. The police knocked on the tenant's door, and then they went back into their squad car and fought for more urban democracy. I ordered a movie on Netflix. It must have gotten lost in the mail. Getting the mail can be a good part of the day. Sometimes I write to Mom. Mom has boobs that are as big as adult human heads, so her neck hurts. Mom lives in Arkansas. She has a boyfriend, Art, who takes her to a dog track. Art has a pond right on his property. Art has said that I can come down and fish in his pond. I have a hard time picturing myself fishing at the pond. My skin is sensitive to sun, and I can't get excited about worms and bobbers. It would be nice to see if I could compare cable TV with Art's dish, though. Mom says that Art can't bring himself to say the phrase, "I love you." Just do one more little bit. And she's writing Mom now. Dear Mom, I'm using my second to last stamp to mail this. I have to save my other stamp just in case of an emergency. The people upstairs still make tons of night noises. Sometimes I wish a tornado would swoop your apartment away and, of course, leave mine. I have a new picture on my wall of Jesus. I took down the hustler art that Matt left. I decided if I ever have a boy, I'm going to name him after a big city like Chicago or Boston or Orleans. I'm not currently pregnant, although the cashier at Walmart thought I was. I bought more Hot Pockets. I only have 10 more coupons. I never get tired of the breakfast Hot Pocket. Matt left his Scooby-Doo slippers here. I sometimes think he will come back for my love and not slippers. He had big feet. I kind of sponsored Matt's inability to have any ambition while he was here. It was okay. I hope Art is okay. I'm sorry to hear about his erectile dysfunction. There are lots of men with nice sweaters on TV who get help from doctors. Matt had a very alert penis. Please write to Dad.
I can't record.
That was a real tender one. A soft spot. Please write to Dad and tell him to send me more money. It's not easy as it is. Love and hugs, Beverly. Thank you guys.